Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to start a new subject for a new semester, Corporate Financial Reporting for 3rd semester MCOM, Bengaluru North University. So in this video, I am going to give an introduction about the corporate financial reporting, and also we are going to study some main important concepts of the corporate financial reporting, that is CFR. So in this subject, as usual, we have 5 chapters. So this subject is about theory as well as the practical, so we can say it is 70:30 pattern. So here in the first 3 chapters you will be having theory concepts, and the last 2 chapters will be about the practical problems. So this subject is not new for you. You have already studied this subject in your BCom. In your UG, you have already studied this concepts. These terminologies are not new for you. But in order to revise these concepts once again, I'm going to give an introduction about the accounting standards. So here chapter number 1 is all about the accounting standards, interpretations, guidance, and what are the institutions who are engaged in making the accounting standards, who are going to issue the accounting standards, what are their applications, what are the uses, and also we are going to go along a review of the international accounting standards. So in the first chapter we have to study all about the background of the accounting standards. So first of all, when we hear the word accounting standards, so what is this word mean for what purpose this word we are using, what is the use of this concept? So accounting standards, so standards here in the sense, these are the principles, these are the rules and regulations. So if we want to prepare our books of accounts, if a company wants to prepare the books of accounts, they have certain rules and regulations, certain standards, certain principles that has to be followed for preparing the books of accounts, that has to be followed for recording the transactions. So those are called as accounting standards. So when we are hearing accounting standards, there are many terminologies, many words which are interrelated. So these words I have listed here. So first word is GAAP, next is accounting standard, next is Ind AS, next is IAS and IFRS. So these are the related terminologies, we can say, which are related to each other. So let's look into this, what is these terminologies. So here if we want to cover all, like if we want to cover AS, Ind AS, IAS and IFRS, we can cover all this in the GAAP, that is generally accepted accounting principles. So every country has their set of rules and regulations that has to be followed by the corporates for making their books of accounts. So that is called as GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. Generally accepted accounting principles are those principles which are accepted by particular countries according to their environment, according to their way of trading, their business. They have accepted some of the accounting principles, and that are followed in their specific countries only. So that is called as generally accepted accounting principles. So these principles, these rules and regulations is also divided into 2 types. One is national, another is international. So see here, national means, for example, India and USA. So if India has accepted some rules and regulations that are followed by the Indian corporates, that is, these rules and regulations are not followed in any another country, that is called as national gap. International gap, in the sense, the rules and regulations which are followed in the UK, the same rules and regulations are being followed in USA also, in India also, that is called as international gap. So same here means the rules and regulations which is followed in one country, that is being followed by another countries also, that is called as international gap. If one rules and regulations it is accepted by a particular country and that are being followed in that country only, that is called as national gap. So here, one for your easy understanding, I have plotted one chart. So generally accepted accounting principle, that is GAAP, is divided into two types. One is national GAAP, another is international GAAP. So national GAAP, for example, India, if we take India, so India has its own accounting standards. So India is following its own accounting standards, and this accounting standards are not followed in any another country, that is called as national GAAP. Next is international gap. It is followed by UK and several other European countries. So see here, the European countries, the UK, why all other countries are following UK's accounting standards means from the past itself, the India and the other countries, they are following on the footsteps of the UK. They have ruled our country for more than 200 years. So all the structure, our constitution structure, it can be our constitution structure also, it can be our accounting standards also, we are taking a base from the European countries only. So still now also we are following their rules and regulations. So international gap, so this is international gap where UK and other related European countries are following this. So that is what rules and regulations a country is following a specific region, that is national, and if the same rules and regulations are followed in other countries also, that is international gap. Now one more concept, that is two new terminologies we are going to come across is Ind AS and IFRS. So what is this Ind AS and what is this IFRS? So see here, what is this national gap was there, so its newer version is Ind AS. So newer version of AS, we can say AS is being updated to Ind AS. Is being updated to Ind AS. So what was the accounting standards that we usually followed in the past, it is being updated, it has been created in a new version, and that name we have given here is Ind AS. Ind AS, Indian Accounting Standards. So same this international gap, its updated version, its newer version is called as IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. So this Ind AS is prepared in line with IFRS. So Ind AS is prepared in line with So Ind AS, Indian Accounting Standards, these are prepared in line with IFRS. Why we have to prepare Ind AS in line with IFRS means, so IFRS, this is International Financial Reporting Standards. So why Indian people, why in India is preparing its accounting standards, its rules and regulation with the IFRS means, IFRS this is the accounting standards which are followed all over the world. So here, if India wants to create foreign investments, if India wants to attract foreign investment, it wants to create capital, it wants to rise the capital, it wants to rise the finance, means it has to introduce the rules and regulations which must be understood by the foreign people. If the foreigners, if the other country people, they are not understanding our books of accounts, if they are not getting what is maintained in our books of accounts, what rules and regulations which we are following are different from their rules and regulations, whether they will invest in our country, they won't invest in our country. So only in order to rise the foreign investments, the IFRS, the Ind AS was prepared in line with the IFRS. So the main problem here it was that the foreign people were not understanding, they were not understanding our rules and regulations. So what they were thinking as an asset, so according to them, what was the asset? Here it was shown as an expenditure, and according to them, what was the liability there? Here it is recorded as a income. So there was lot of confusion. The investors were not satisfied, they were not sure to invest in our country, they were not able to understand what is recorded in the books of accounts, what is they according to them asset, according to them what is asset, for us it was expenditure, according to them what is income, for us it was a liability. So there was lot of confusion. So the AS was created in line with the IFRS and the name was given was Ind AS. So the main requirement was Indian accounting standards must be understood by everyone all over the world. So only the IFRS prepared here. So only the Ind AS was prepared in according to the IFRS. So now here we have covered GAAP, we have covered accounting standards, we have covered Ind AS, we have covered IFRS. So next is IFRS compliant. So this is also one concept, IFRS compliant. So here if you want to comply, if you want to go according to the IFRS, again there is two types, one is IFRS adopt, another is IFRS converge. So here if we want to know whether our India is IFRS adopted or our India is IFRS converge. So here IFRS adopt means, so IFRS which is prepared by IASB, International Accounting Standard Board. So this we will study in the next chapter, in the second chapter in deep we are going to study. Just look at overview. So this is the institution which prepares the IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. So these are the standards which are followed by all over the country for preparing the books of accounts. So what this institution is preparing the accounting standards, the same accounting standards without any addition, without any correction. If some country is adopting same as it is, that is called as IFRS adoption. The example is Bangladesh. So the Bangladesh, it is a country which is IFRS adopted. Next is IFRS converge means same, preparing the own accounting standards in line with the IFRS. So Our India and USA are the examples. We are just making some correction. We are just editing our accounting standards, and we are bringing our accounting standards in line with the IFRS. So our India is IFRS Converge. So our India is IFRS Converge. We are preparing the accounting standards in line with the IFRS. So this is all about today's video. In the next video, we are going to study about the accounting standards, its meaning, definition, benefits, disadvantages, and the process of making the accounting standards. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comments below or in your WhatsApp group. Thank you.